Hey guys, welcome back to Clash with Corey. One of the things I constantly try to do for you is keep you up to date when the meta changes, when it shifts, and we're seeing that right now. Every time there's an update or adjustment, the meta changes. By now we've covered drag bat and bat spells a lot before and after the nerf, but one of the consequences of that being so strong for so long is that when you try to defend that as a base builder, you open up your base to other strategies. So one of the unintended consequences of the whole bat spell phenomenon is the fact that kill squad based attacks are really strong right now, especially kill squad hogs or queen charge hogs, and I'll tell you why. All right, first reason is multi-target infernos. When you're running multis instead of singles, you can generally get your wall wrecker a lot further into the base. Second reason is going to be the fact that a lot of people are still running air skellies to try and defend those air-based attacks because of the bat spells, and if you're running air skellies, you're not defending hogs very well. Another thing is going to be the CC composition. All right, a lot of people are still running mixed CCs, especially air targeting stuff, dragons, witches, archers, all that kind of stuff, which is great for slowing dragons down, but it's not good for stopping a kill squad like a hound would. So because of those three main things, kill squad hogs are really strong right now. I'm going to show you guys some examples. I'm going to show you some super swag hits with hogs, swagging 2 spells, swagging 1 spells, and we'll go over why it's so strong right now, hog based attacks.
Nerf this!
So we're going to start off with this attack in just a minute, but let's take a look at this base real quick. We got multi-target infernos. We got air defenses spread around. We've got splash damage buildings spread around. There's no spot where you can freeze 2 splash damages with 1 freeze. So at face value, this base looks like it's pretty well set up to defend drag bat based attacks. So Anki's going to come in and just really crush this thing with hogs hard. And actually had a hole in the base there too. And, I don't know, maybe you don't see that a lot, but if you're new to base building, chances are you probably made that mistake before. Always got to set it on that scout view when you're done building and look for those holes, definitely. So Anki's going to be able to draw the CC out of that and do a quick, easy queen kill. And then he's going to be able to bring in a golem with a wrecker and his king and just a few wizards behind, and he's going to get really deep into this base because once again it's running multi-target infernos. Did not have a hound in the CC. Looks like there is going to be some ground skellies, but he's going to be able to pick up some of those on the entry into the base there, so wizards and king are going to take care of those just fine. And not even going to send his queen in since that CC's already been dealt with. He sees a nice safe walk away from air defenses around the outside of the base. Not a lot of damage, so he's not going to have to rage her. And this kill squad's just still going. Wall wrecker's barely been touched up to this point because he used that golem out in front to tank. I think it was an excellent choice. Going to get that wall wrecker in there deep enough where the CC troops raged up can take out that queen. Boom, taking out a bomb tower. Gonna take out the enemy king as well. And that other inferno. So let's look at this. Look how far his kill squad got without even a queen. And, this is all a direct result of trying to defend Dragbat. The fact that kill squad got so deep into the base. You might say, oh, yeah, it was the hole in the base. But honestly, guys, he could have sent in his queen with that kill squad without a queen walk on the outside and still wreck this base, because this is the one he's going to swag 2 spells. He's going to swag a rage and a heal on this one. Up to now, I've only seen 1 set of skellies, although going into the core, he might have tripped another set. And it was set to ground, but once again, it was on the opposite side of the town hall, so it was able to be taken out with that kill squad nice and easy. There we go. On the left-hand side, we got at least 1 set of skellies set to air. So there you go. Base is wrecked. Humongous kill squad value. Just giant kill squad value. And not even close to enough left to even think about stopping these hogs. Look at that. Rage, heal. Not even needed. The bottom of this composition. So there we go. Nice job swagging that. Very nice hit by Anki on this one. So let's go take a look at this next base. Also going to be a swag hit. Or a swag spell on this base. And that's going to be number 24. Now, instead of mixing in a kill squad or mixing in a queen walk or anything, this one's just going to be straight kill squad hogs. And while we're getting into this, first of all, let's take a look again. Once again, we've got air defenses pretty well spread around the base. Splash damage pretty well spread around the base. Not giving up more than one splash damage building with one freeze anywhere on this base. So once again, it is set up to defend Dragbat first, and that's going to leave it wide open to kill squad hogs. So this is going to be a swag hit getting a heal, but let's talk about objectives. If anybody out there that's watching this, I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with hog hits, but for those of you that are newer to them, you want to get 3 main objectives with your kill squad push. First one is going to be enemy CC, especially anything, anything in there that deals a lot of damage, basically anything that's not a hound, you want to get taken care of first, otherwise it's going to murder your hogs. So you have to get the enemy CC taken out with a kill squad, with a queen charge, some sort of plan to get that taken out before you start your hogs. Second objective, equally important, is going to be the enemy queen. She does massive damage. You have to kill the queen before you can start your hogs. Otherwise, she eats bacon really fast, all right? She will just absolutely murder your hogs. Third objective that you want to think about getting, although this one is not 100% necessary, is the enemy king. All right, he doesn't do as much damage as the queen. He's a little slower. He doesn't have that ranged hit. So he can do some work on your hogs, but he's not a hog attack killer the way that a queen is. You have to get the queen. You don't have to get the king, but it's really nice if you can. Honestly, I don't really like hogging if I'm not going to get the queen with my kill squad. That's one of the things that I look for. One of those 3 main objectives I look for. But it's worth mentioning that you don't have to get him to be successful with hogs, but you will be more successful if you get him. And sometimes a close hog hit will fail because the king's still up, and you don't have enough hogs left at the end to get him taken care of. So that is the third objective, the enemy king, but he's not 100% necessary, not like the first 2. Okay. So, very nice tack here, and also worth mentioning, if you're doing a hog hit, and if there's any ground skellies on the board for your hogs, you want your second spell to be a poison. If it's already been scouted and there's no ground skellies at all, or maybe one ground skelly at the end, you might elect to bring a freeze or something else to that effect, but if you're going in fresh and you don't know, or you're seeing at least one or two skelly spells, or 1 or 2 ground skellies, chasing your hogs around on that, you're going to want to bring a second poison to take care of those skellies. It's going to help out your hogs a lot, just like getting the king down, you can succeed without doing it, but you're going to have a lot more success if you do it. And there we go. There's that swag heal we're talking about from Horrible Player. Once again, we had a base that was set up to defend Dragbat, and I bet it defended Dragbat very well, but it was wide open to a kill squad hog attack, and Horrible Player takes advantage of that. So now we're going to take a look at Queen Charge. I like this one. Queen Charge hog. All right, number 18. So this base was actually running a hound. All right, once again, look at the base. All the things we talked about before are present in this base as well. It's going to defend Dragbat pretty well. It's obviously what it was built for. But Intense Outlaw is going to be able to take advantage, of the fact that there's really nothing to stop a queen charge on this base. All right, we got air defenses out on the edge. The queen's going to reach them before they can reach her. And honestly, this is a great attack. It's a beautiful attack. We got some wide open channels the queen can take advantage of. So a very nice attack. Now, the defender was pretty smart. They ran a hound. They knew they had Dragbat defended pretty well, so they ran a hound to try and slow down a kill squad. And, I don't know. A kill squad attack might have already failed on this base. I did not check. But honestly, it was a pretty smart plan, defending Dragbat and then running a hound to try and slow down kill squads as well. But, a queen charge can deal with the hound. It's going to take longer, but she can definitely deal with the hound better than a kill squad can. So Intense Outlaw is going to be able to take advantage of that. In those wide open channels and those exposed air defenses, they make a queen charge quite a bit easier. And, you know, now we can even use the Stone Slammer to come in on the backside of a base. You know, where before with the Wall Wrecker, we were limited to what side of the base we can come in. Intense Outlaw makes really good use of that Stone Slammer on the backside there, breaking open that stuff, not having to mess with wall breakers. I don't know anybody that really uses wall breakers anymore. Maybe Vince. I think that's about it. But honestly, most of the time, you just don't even have to mess with that anymore. It's crazy. So Queen's going to backtrack, help take care of those pups and going into this base. Now, what objectives has he gotten on this? He's gotten the Queen and he's gotten the CC. Those are the half-2 objectives for Hagen. You know what I mean? Now, the King is not down. Like I said, that's not 100% necessary. And you're going to see the Queen has so much access in this base. She's going to be able to get him taken care of before the hogs finish the raid. So that's always nice. If you can't get them before you start your hogs, if you have a spot where your queen's going to be able to step up and get them on a queen charge, usually that's okay. Not a big deal at all. So very nice. 1 heal left on this one. I'm going to try and use that in the area where you can get maximum value. Very nice choice there. Covering damage from a giant bomb, covering damage from a wizard tower, and covering a lot of that area where that multi-target inferno can reach. So you don't have to cover the defense. You just have to cover the area where it's, you know, where your hogs are going to be while it's hitting them. So very nice hit there. And the queen did, sure enough, she stepped all the way out and around to go after the king. And that queen charge is still going. That's, you know, that works wonders for cleanup when your queen stays alive the whole raid. You know, she does many things well, and cleanup is just another one of those things that she does really fast because she does a lot of damage. So very nice attack from Intense Outlaw here. Very well done. And I got one more hit to show you guys. Let's go with 19. And this is going to be another example of you don't have to get the king. You don't have to get the king, but if you don't get him, it's going to be a little tougher. It's going to be a little closer because Cassie's going to come in with hogs on this one once again. You know, so we've got air defenses on one side of the base, but there's a lot of splash cover on that side. 3 different splash buildings covering that air defense side of the base, and with the Bass Belt being nerfed, usually that's enough. So, you know, set up fairly well to defend Dragbat. Kazi's going to come in with Kill Squad Hogs. Going to get the 2 have-to objectives of the enemy CC and the enemy queen. Not going to get the king with the kill squad, although the angle she's coming in from, she might have thought that there was a possibility of getting the king. Of course, the king walks on the other side. That gold storage up there wasn't gone, so he ends up walking. And honestly, if the funnel's just a little better and that king goes inside, she probably would have got that enemy barbarian king down with this kill squad. So that ice golem freezes the wall wrecker there. Luckily, the wall wrecker is pretty tanky, so I'd rather have my wall wrecker frozen than the CC Valks frozen. So there you go. Still, ton of value. Ton of value. Once again, there was no hound in the CC. Multi-target Infernos got a ton of this base with the kill squad. Unfortunately, Valks go left. Queen goes left. Nobody goes down to get the king. You know, which is unfortunate, but it's not going to be enough to stop this raid. We do have ground skellies in there defending. She's got that second poison to go ahead and take care of those. Quite a lot of ground skellies. And got that poison down there covering all the ground skellies and the king to slow him down as well. So there we go. Got hogs coming through. Have one more heal. Going to play that really soon. And, gosh, unfortunately, they missed that Tesla up there. Didn't have quite enough hogs left to take care of that, so they're going to have to backtrack. And that makes it tough, too. You know, honestly, if the hogs stopped right there and turned around and got the king, I think there's probably a lot more of them left. Let's go ahead and times 2 it. So hogs are working on cleanup, but eventually they're going to have to deal with the king. But luckily, there's going to be enough of them left to take care of the job. He's going to take a few of them out on the way, though. So that's why we're ending this raid with, you know, enough hogs, you know. Nice triple. She was definitely trying to get the king. It just didn't quite work out that way. So that's a good example of, you know, you don't have to get him, but but it's always really nice if you do. You're gonna, you're gonna have a lot more hogs left at the end of the raid if you do get him, and sometimes he is enough to stop a hog raid, stop them from cleaning up in time or killing your last few hogs left over. So here's the third objective, but he's not as important as the enemy CC and the enemy queen. So there you guys go. I hope you liked the video. Let me know in the comments down below if it's helpful, that I'm trying to keep you guys up to date on these shifts in the meta, because it affects league players a lot. I don't know. Maybe casual players, it's a lot slower to catch on this sort of thing. But if you're in a league, and you're noticing these changes in the meta, you're going to have a lot better success taking advantage of this stuff. Attacks that used to be really strong when there was a lot of hound CCs like Sui Lalo and Electron and that sort of stuff. I mean, yeah, they're still good attacks, but if you're running against CCs that are mostly not hounds, then they're not going to get as much value, because those attacks were really good at taking advantage of hound CCs, not ever pulling them, not ever having to deal with them. So when we're running mostly mixed CCs, go back to the kill squads. You're getting huge value, and you're going to wreck a lot of bases with it. So I'll see you guys in the next video.
Nerf this!